r/AskReddit. Men of Reddit. What do women do that they think is okay but is actually creepy? Used to work for in an office full of women. There were 2 other men, but I was the only fit young guy. 30. They'd routinely comment about my physique. Gawking. Touching. Many of them married and or church going type. Women can be just as creepy as men. Always asking if I got flirted with, no matter where I go. Did anyone flint with you? What the hell? It's flag football. Who would flirt with me at flag football? Being hypocritical about sexism. Hear about guy hitting girl. What an asshole. Hear about girl hitting guy. Well, what did he do? Older man hitting on much younger woman. What a creep. Older woman hitting on much younger man. You get it, girl. Making small penis jokes. Funny. Making fat jokes about men. Funny. Making short jokes about men. Funny. Making any jokes about a woman's appearance. Super not okay. Tickling and getting pissed when I don't like it. Girl, I don't like getting tickled. I really hate it. I don't care that it's some way to show affection. I don't want it, and for f***'s sake it's not my problem and I don't have to man up and take it. What the hell? No means no. Wife bragged to friends about our sex life. We live in a small town and now it feels like everywhere I go, I'm being giggled and smiled at. It's really violating. You have to install this GPS tracking app on your phone so I know where you are anytime I want to check. I have a friend that whenever she starts dating a guy, just lists me off thing about the dude like she's listing a resume. Never anything about the personality or sense of humor or what characteristics about them she enjoys. It's job, career, college, earnings, house. I had to tell her it was getting creepy because it just sounds like she's getting a checklist to impress people, not find a good person for her. I was dropping my kid off at my ex's place and her new boyfriend was there. She introduced him by saying, "This is Dan, he works at Veritas and makes $116,000 a year." The poor guy looked deeply uncomfortable. Edit. That wasn't actually the first time Shed told me that. She texted me about it once before saying something like, "I really want you to meet Dan. He gets paid $116,000. Tell me that my almost 2-year-old son is so handsome and going to break hearts, be a lady killer." If I rolled up to a park and told a mom how good looking her daughter was and that all the boys are going to want her, they'd call the cops. Asking password to social accounts or phone. I've had this happen a few times, but I don't know if it is more common or less common. When I go to a bar for a drink on say a Friday night, I usually go with friends. I'll head to the bathroom and sometimes the bar will be crowded, so I'll have to slip through a group of people. Several times I'll get rubbed or caressed by women. Sometimes on the groin, sometimes on the chest or shoulders. It's not wanted nor am I signaling I want to be touched, just saying excuse me and going past. It bothers me every time. Went out with a group of guys last weekend. There were 6 of us and this random girl started hanging around us like a lost puppy and just wouldn't leave. She was attractive, but so obviously desperate for attention that none of our group of guys really cared to give her any. This girl was just looking at everyone, batting her eyes and trying to hug everyone, but the guys were just pawning her off on each other. Not sure if this is pathetic more than creepy, but if a guy did the same thing, he'd be labeled with creepy. So yeah, she was creepy to me. I honestly thought she was a or something trying to sell services or some shit. The way she was approaching dudes, it's not f***ing normal. Okay, so this is something both me and my brother had happen to us. We are both pretty young, around 20, but we were at some parties where people of all ages were around recently. At one party, we had just finished performing with our orchestra and we were still in our uniforms. Then when I was getting some beers, some random lady of over 40 said to me, "Would you like to change clothes? I want to look like I am in the orchestra so naturally." I'm like, well, I'd rather not, but she was like, "Oh please," and she kept on trying to talk to me. On another party, some lady, also of over 40, who was really seeking attention, started to hold my brother by the waist. My brother told me he was really weirded out by her. She tried to do this multiple times, even after I lured my brother away by pretending I needed to say something to him. I don't really know if this is something a lot of middle-aged ladies do, but them acting like that really weirded me out, and they seemed to do this as if it was the most normal thing in the world. X demanded I take down of a single picture of a platonic female friend who I have known over a decade and who is happily married to a mutual friend of ours. Said picture was part of a cluster of 8 total. The other 7 pictures were just group pictures of said platonic friend and mostly other male friends. I'd wager that most women wouldn't do this and wouldn't think this is okay, but my now ex-girlfriend went through my phone without asking for permission. Straight girls who go to gay bars to be all like yes queen you woo, and straight girls who go to lesbian bars and get offended when a girl hits on them. Edit. Thanks for the upvotes, and I know what rip inbox means now lmao. Edit 2. I'm on Reddify. Love that for me. Touch my ass without consent. Sometimes I just be performing my respiratory responsibilities and I feel a slight touch to my butt and now I'm uncomfortable and confused because I'm too scared to turn around and find out who dared touch my precious bum. This happened like 3 times in high school. Girls call you attractive as their way of calling you ugly, you know, like some weird sarcasm reverse psychology thing. One of those times 2 girls were walking behind me in the hallway. One taps on my shoulder so I turn around and she says she thinks you're cute, then the other girl said she wants to suck your dick. I just told them I have a girlfriend because 1, I do, and 2, I know what they're doing, and I walked faster. This might be a cultural thing for Latinos, but there were some weird comments said by female family members to my son when he was a toddler. They would call him my boyfriend and ask for kisses in a very aggressive way. When I changed his diapers, they'd stand around and say de quien ssa pipi, which roughly translates to whose dick is that, which led me to always change his diaper in a private room. Even when told that you can do it here, it's okay, we're all family. One of my aunts even commented on how his has grown since he was a baby. Yeah, his whole body has grown. There's no need to talk about his specifically. Step away from my child. I guess this is all done in a cute or innocent way, but I never liked it. Touch us in any way that would be uncomfortable if we did it to them. I dislike my lower back being touched by strangers, as well. Edit. A word. Glamorizing the male body at work or in other, non-casual situations. I've had coworkers speculating about the size of other coworkers' genitals in front of me, talking about nude scenes of favored actors, talking about marital aids, etc. If a guy was similarly casual about sex, it would be considered highly inappropriate, but women seem to get away with it as innocent fun. Touching you as the first step in hitting on you. I've had random girls at concerts walk up and grab my ass without saying a word and wait for a response, or poke me somewhere and wink. Again without saying anything. It's not enticing, it's just awkward and creepy. Let alone it would look a lot worse if I did that, but for some reason they think it's just playful or whatever. Telling you how you feel because you didn't do something trivial. You don't love me. You didn't call me before you went to bed. No, I fell asleep because I was exhausted. Now I'm awake. Still here. Still love you. Let's not make it a thing. Trying to isolate us from friends, especially other women, and family because they want us to focus on the relationship and prioritizing her emotional needs over everybody else in our lives. It's under the guise of wanting to develop a bond and get to know us better, but if you're paying attention, you can tell what's really going on. And also, having gone through copious amounts of domestic violence training at work, both as a requirement for employment and as part of the job since I record trainings, it is painfully obvious that this is something men do all the time to control women. Most of this thread consists of things which aren't limited by gender. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like and subscribe. Please check out more of our videos or our playlist. It is perfect for when you want background noise or to put on when you are falling asleep. Once again, thank you and have a great day.